Imagine standing in line for a roller coaster that doesn't just break records, it completely rewrites them. A ride so extreme it launches you from zero to motorway speeds faster than most supercars, and then it sends you straight up a tower taller than anything around it. This is Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point. When it opened, it became the tallest and fastest roller coaster on Earth. But today it stands as one of the most controversial rides ever built. So the question is, was Top Thrill Dragster simply too extreme for its own good? Let's talk about why this coaster was built. At the start of the 2000s, roller coasters were locked in a record-breaking arms race. Every part wanted the biggest, the fastest and the tallest coaster in their park. Cedar Point, already known as the roller coaster capital of the world, wanted something that would dominate the headlines globally. Their answer was simple: build something no one had ever seen before. Instead of a traditional long ride, Top Thrill Dragster focused on one thing and one thing only: pure insanity. No scenery, no storytelling, just raw speed and height. From the moment it was announced, it wasn't designed to be subtle, it was designed to shock. Top Thrill Dragster used a hydraulic launch system. In just over 4 seconds, riders are launched from 0 to around 120 miles per hour. That launch sends the train straight up a 420-foot vertical tower, twists at the top, and then drops it back down the other side. The ride lasts less than 20 seconds. There are no inversions, no long layouts, and no second chances. If the train didn't make it over the top, it rolls back, something known as the rollback, which became part of the ride's legend. Simple by design, but terrifying by execution. What made Top Thrill Dragster so intense wasn't just the height or speed, it was a combination. You had the following elements that made this ride so intense. One of the fastest launches ever on planet Earth, a vertical climb, a sense of total exposure, and absolutely no warm-up. Unlike traditional roller coasters, there's no slow chain lift, no build-up, there's no time to think. 1 second you're sitting still, the next you're literally flying. Many riders describe the experience as closer to shock than thrill, and for some people that was exactly the problem. There were problems with this ride. With that level of extremity came issues. The hydraulic launch system was incredibly complex and required constant maintenance. Downtime became common, rollbacks became frequent, and reliability was always a challenge. Over the years, the ride gained a reputation for unpredictability, not in the ride experience, but in whether it would even be operating when you visited the park. Reliability and downtime became a real issue for this ride, and it frustrated many visitors to the park that the ride would not be operating. As the years went on, public perception began to shift. What once felt futuristic began to feel risky. The very thing that made Top Thrill Dragster famous also made it difficult to sustain. In 2021, Top Thrill Dragster reached a moment that would permanently change its future. During normal operation, a small piece of metal debris dislodged from the ride and struck a guest who was standing in an off-ride area. The ride was immediately shut down and an investigation began. Importantly, this was not a train derailment and no riders were injured, but the seriousness of the incident meant the ride could simply not reopen. After months of closure, uncertainty and review, it became clear that Top Thrill Dragster, as the world knew it, would never operate again. The ride that once represented the future of roller coasters had become a reminder of the risks that come with pushing engineering to the absolute limit. Out of respect for those affected by this incident, Cedar Point made a decision that this chapter was over. Despite everything, Top Thrill Dragster's legacy is undeniable. It inspired an entire generation of launch coasters. It proved that height and speed could become the attraction, and it showed what was possible when parks pushed engineering and went for speed above everything else. Even today, roller coaster fans around the world still talk about this ride, and not because it was perfect, but because it was insanely thrilling. Top Thrill Dragster wasn't just a ride, it was an experiment in how far thrill seekers could be pushed. How brave would they be? Could they take that 0 to 120 miles an hour in just 4 seconds? And how much risk a theme park could manage? Over the winter, I've been exploring the stories behind some of the world's most famous roller coasters before the UK parks reopen and this channel returns to visiting attractions with my daughter. We will shortly be visiting the Alton Towers Resort for the Pirate Takeover event during February's half term here in the UK, so please check out that vlog and see everything that Alton Towers has to offer during February half term. If you enjoy ride history, theme parks, other UK attractions and the stories behind them, please consider subscribing. And let me know in the comments, was Top Thrill Dragster too extreme or not extreme enough? Thanks for watching.